Okay, I'm with my friend Gypsy Jules, who has a YouTube channel, Zero Discrimination. Check her out. But I wanted to show her this old, what I think could have been an old Spanish mission right here in an undisclosed location. And so, Gypsy, now that you've been here and see this, what do you think of this?
Oh, these rock walls are amazing. They're so thick, so they definitely had to fortify these walls for some reason. I'm not sure what this was, but I did stick my metal detector in there. Didn't get any signals. It does look like Terry was mentioning when he was here years ago that there was an add-on later. But you see bits and pieces of modern, more modern brick, this type. But this is definitely an older foundation, and then possibly later they took these old bricks and added on a little area to the foundation. We're detecting around here. We don't know if it's been metal detected before. We're finding a lot of modern. How do you say it, Terry?
I call them mountain pull tabs, man. A lot of brass and lead from bullets.
Yes, a lot of bullets, bullet casings, lead. But
you know what I want out of you, Gypsy, because you're the detector girl. Not only that, man, you're a field rep for Garrett. And what I want to know is tell me about this detector you got. Not only tell me about it, but tell me how it works.
Okay, sure.
I want a demonstration. I want to be like I'm a customer, man. I want to know if I want to buy this. Why would I buy this detector? Why are you using this?
Well, it's a little dirty right now. It went down in a cave like yesterday.
We went in a cave yesterday.
We did.
Looking for Spanish gold bars.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a bit dirty, so excuse that. But let me show you the screen here. It's got a beautiful flat LCD screen. It's very thin lined. It has two things of operation. I'll show you that in just a moment. Right now I'm hunting in zero mode. That's zero discrimination. If you know my YouTube channel, Zero Discrimination, you'll know that's why I detect in zero discrimination.
And why would you do that?
Well, Terry, and I know you already know this, but for those that don't know, if you discriminate out too much of your iron and your nails and stuff like that, there's a good target hiding amongst all that iron. You're probably going to miss it, because what you're doing is you're discriminating out that the iron, and so your detector is trying to discriminate that iron, and if there's a good target in there, more than likely that good target's going to get discriminated out. So that's why I detect in zero discrimination.
Yep, but and not only that, what if you found a tin can? What if there was a tin can buried that was clear full of coins, gold coins,
right?
But you just discriminated out the iron. You ain't gonna ever find that.
Right. So there's a lot of reasons why I metal detect this way.
And the pull tabs are right in the same range as?
Right in the same range as gold and your gold rings. If you look here, there's an icon for pull tabs, and it's right smack in the middle of your non-ferrous metals. Now, if you notice right above that pull tab, there's a ring on this side and a ring symbol on this side, and there's also on the right side of that ring symbol, right in your gold range, there's also a nickel. So all of those metal objects have the same metal conductivity. So why would you want to discriminate out your pull tabs? Well, you may be plagued with them, but I've dug in some areas where I was digging so many pull tabs I was about ready to give up, and out popped that gold ring. So there was a lesson for me for sure.
Yep.
And anyway, your silver range is up here right above the bottle cap, and then your copper and brass as well. But this is your silver range, and your foil range will be below here. But I've found some thin gold chains that will hit around your foil area, so I dig that as well. If you're hunting an area where you're hunting an old homestead and there is a lot of iron, this detector has something that you'll like, Terry. Let me show you. So if you pop on over here to menu, you see a bunch of things displayed over here, and this says sensitivity right now. That shows you the sensitivity. Here's your sensitivity bars. I can go on the sensitivity and I can pop it all the way up, or I can scroll down. I'm going to go ahead and put it back up where it was.
And what does that mean, sensitivity? People that don't know.
So sensitivity, if you're in an area where you want to get the maximum sensitivity, go as deep as you can. You just want to bump that up as far as you can without getting kind of any interference. If you're hunting in a highly mineralized area, meaning maybe it's an area where you're searching for gold nuggets or something like that, you might want to turn that sensitivity down just a little.
Yeah, if you're in a highly mineralized area, if your sensitivity is all the way up to the max where it's searching the deepest as it can, your detector will start chattering and you need to turn it down a little.
Yeah, sometimes you can get interference with the mineralization. Now, there's some things about that that's really neat on this detector too that I'll show you, Terry, in just a moment. So let's go back to menu. Now we've discussed sensitivity. I can turn the volume. I can control the volume on here, and I can also control the volume on my headphones as well. So I've got two ways to control my volume. It's very important to wear headphones. Number one reason, those deep silver coins, deep targets are harder to hear. It's going to give you a different audio tone. It's going to be softer tone, and it's sometimes hard to hear. Sometimes it may be a one-way beep. I'd like to be able to hear those beeps and not miss them. So sometimes I can go back behind other people that have metal detected other areas and say they've said that they've hunted that area out, and I could come in behind them, listen for those deep targets, and pull up some stuff that they missed. All right, so now we've talked about the volume. This is iron volume. I've got it set on 00. Now remember we were talking about the iron over here?
Mm-hmm.
Even though I've got it in 0 discrimination, I can set that iron on 00 or iron volume on 1, 2, 3. What that is you can control that iron volume. That way you can still barely hear those nails in there, but what you're listening for beyond those beeps, that iron grunt for those nails, you're listening for that sound to peak. And when it peaks, that's when you want to dig. So I like to keep my iron volume low, but yet still dig in 0 discrimination. That way I can still tell if that iron is there, if those nails are there, but it's not blasting my ears out, and it's much easier to detect in those iron infested areas. So I like this machine because it's got that iron volume control on it. Another thing you can do is you can select what frequency. So right here, I'm going to go back to frequency, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my plus and minus symbols to scroll. These are single frequencies: 15, 20, multi-frequency.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're telling me this is a multi-frequency detector?
It definitely is.
Serious?
It is.
Well, that's cool.
That is really neat. Now, the difference in multi-frequency as opposed to a single frequency, if I select 20, I'm selecting a single frequency. Now, depending on what frequency you choose, a VLF machine, one single frequency, if I choose 5, if I'm searching for just maybe an old homestead, and maybe I've even searched it before, but I want to search for those deep silver coins, I might put it on a single 5 frequency, or I might even bump it up to 10, maybe even 15. I can bump it up to 20, and that will be even higher the frequency, the more sensitive it is also towards gold objects like that, gold targets. Now you'll still dig your silver and you'll still dig your gold, but those frequencies vary on the sensitivity of the conductivity of the metal. Now back to multiple frequency. It's not Terry and I were just saying that one single frequency, just like we discussed, 5, 10, 15, 20, once you select just one frequency, most machines that you buy on the market today are a single frequency detector. What that means is it's sending one single frequency, a very low frequency, into the ground. One frequency. So when you buy a detector, it's good to know what frequency that machine is set at and what frequency it's sending into the ground. But this one you can select from single frequency of 5, 10, 15, 20, or you can bump it up to multi-frequency, and what that does, it not only sends 5, 10, 15, 20, but it goes above 20, and it sends all these frequencies down in the ground at one time. So when you're hitting a metal that hits better on one type of frequency, you're going to be able to pick it up better. So you're covering a large range of frequencies all simultaneously at one time. So that's why I really love the multi-frequency. Now, one other thing on here, if you go check out some of my videos on my YouTube channel.
Tell me your YouTube channel again.
Zero Discrimination, Metal Detecting with Gypsy. You can check out some of my Florida beach trips, and I recently went on several beach trips with it, and I hunt in the multi-salt mode. Now, a lot of detectors don't come with a salt mode. This one does. And what a salt is basically a mineral, and it will affect a machine. And so most single frequency detectors without a salt mode, a beach mode on it, they do not perform well.
No.
They don't. They'll go crazy.
It's
You
terrible.
have to turn your sensitivity way down, and you're not getting very deep when you're detecting on the beach. Well, this machine, with this type of coil, I was getting some coins even at up to about 10 inches.
Really?
And I even tested a larger coil than this for Garrett, and I was getting some major deep coins, and I even got several rings, including some gold rings and some silver rings as well.
Cool.
So I love hunting in the multi-salt mode on the beaches, and it can go much better than a single frequency detector ever will do on the beach. So that multi-salt mode, if you live near the beach or you want to get into metal detecting the beaches, that's one of the best things about this. So a few other things I'll point out real quick is we've just discussed the multi-frequency and the multi-salt. I'm going to put it on multi-frequency while hunting here. And then this channel here. So what this is, whoops, I'm going to hit that menu button again. Now channel, it's just basically, let me go back to channel. You can scroll which channel you put it on. Now, the only time I usually change the channel is, say I'm metal detecting near a, maybe near a power line, or I'm detecting near a bunch of other metal detectors, and they're kind of on the same type of frequency, and I'll switch channels, just like if you're switching channels on a walkie-talkie. And by switching channels, I won't get that interference with their machine. So I can just switch channels. So that's basically what that's for. So that's the main thing about that menu button. Now let me discuss the mode button real quick. I can hit this mode button, and I'm in zero discrimination mode. I can put it on coins mode, and then if you notice, I'm discriminating out iron and some of my foil, some of my gold.
So if people
gold
doesn't want to dig everything, because sometimes you get tired of digging everything and you want to find some good targets, you can put it on that and start finding the good targets without having to dig up all the trash.
There you go. So you've got a coin mode. You've also got a US coin mode, and what's neat about that US coin mode, if you see there, you've got nickel, penny, dime, quarter, and then all the way up to your dollar piece. So it shows you the range. If you're getting a target right above that, it'll show you that and a number right here in the center. And you'll be able to kind of tell and get a good idea what you might be digging. So also, we've got jewelry mode, relic mode, and custom mode. And then back to zero mode. So those are a few of the things that you have here. You also have an iron audio. Right now I have my iron audio off, but I can still hear the iron because I do have my zero discrimination on. So I can turn that iron audio on or off. It's up to you how you want to detect. So all in all, it's lightweight, rechargeable. I love this detector. It will usually hold a charge. I can hunt a good 8 to 12 hours with it and hold a charge for at least a good 12 hours. Most of the time I get tired after 12 hours, so I'm ready to quit for the day anyway.
So I know that you could hunt with any detector you wanted with Garrett, and you know, you chose this one to come out here to visit me, and so you must like this. What's the name of this one again?
So this one is called the Ace Apex. Again, sorry for the dirty screen. Ace Apex.
And what does this cost?
This runs around $499. So it's got a good mid-range price with a lot of amazing technology. So that's what I love about it.
And I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to say this anyway, man. You're kind of almost a movie star. You've been
No.
you've been doing a little bit of filming on the History Channel on a show. I don't know if I can say that or not, but anyways, check out the History Channel. See if you can find Gypsy.
That'll be coming soon. So thank you, Terry. I had fun.
Hey, thank you.